I was 22 and broke. So when I saw an ad for a night security guard at an old downtown office building, it felt like a lifeline. The pay was decent, and the job seemed simple enough. Sit at a desk, watch the monitors, and do a few rounds each night. The building was mostly empty, with only a few offices still renting space on the lower floors. The upper floors from 7 to 12 were completely vacant. My boss, a tired-looking man named Frank, gave me the tour. "Old buildings make noises," he said with a shrug. "You'll get used to it." And for the first few weeks, he was right. I got used to the groans of the pipes, the hum of the old elevator. The silence was the hardest part. A deep, heavy silence that felt like it was pressing in on you from all sides. The strange stuff started in my second month. It always happened at the same time, 3:03 a.m. On the main security console, one of the internal phone lines would light up. It was always the same one, an extension on the 7th floor. I asked Frank about it. He pulled out the old building schematics and frowned. "That's impossible," he said. "We disconnected all the phone lines on the vacant floors years ago to save money." He told me it was probably just faulty wiring, a ghost in the machine, but it kept happening. Every single night at 3:03 a.m., the light for the 7th floor would blink. I never answered, of course. Who would I even be talking to? But my curiosity was eating away at me. During one of my rounds, I took the elevator up to the 7th floor. The air up there was different, stale and cold. The hallway was a long, dark corridor of closed doors. Using my master key, I checked each office. They were empty shells, filled with dust and the ghosts of old furniture outlines on the carpet. In one of the corner offices, I found it. An old black rotary phone sitting on a dilapidated wooden desk. Its cord was frayed and wasn't even plugged into the wall jack. I felt a chill run down my spine that had nothing to do with the cold. The next night at 3:03 a.m., the light started blinking. This time, driven by a strange mix of fear and compulsion, I picked up the receiver at my desk and hit the button to connect. Silence. Then, a soft scratching sound, like a needle on a vinyl record. And underneath it, I could almost hear something else. A faint, whispery voice. I couldn't make out any words. I held my breath, listening, until the line went dead. I started to dread 3:03 a.m. Sometimes I'd hear faint footsteps through the audio monitors on the 7th floor, but the camera feeds would always be empty. Frank just laughed it off when I told him. "You're spending too much time alone, kid," he said. "Your mind is playing tricks on you." But I knew it wasn't a trick. One night, I decided I couldn't take it anymore. I had to know what was on the other end of that line. Just before 3 a.m., I took the elevator to the 7th floor and walked down that dark, silent hallway to the corner office. I opened the door and stepped inside. The room was just as I remembered it. Cold, empty, with that black phone sitting on the desk like a tombstone. I waited. The silence was absolute. My own breathing sounded like a storm. And then, exactly at 3:03 a.m., the phone rang. It wasn't a light on a console this time. It was a real, physical, deafening ring that echoed through the empty office. A sound that was utterly, terrifyingly impossible. It rang once, twice. Behind me, the heavy office door slammed shut, plunging the room into near total darkness. The phone rang a third time. I stood there, frozen in the dark, staring at the black silhouette on the desk. And I knew I didn't have to answer. This time, I knew who was calling.